risky research can probably feel as dangerous as putting out a fire. I'm sure I don't need to remind you of the pressure that can be felt at every stage of your career as a faculty member. I got the chance to sit with Dr. Benjamin Kwasa in the Engineering Management Department, where he highlighted some of the pressure that can be felt as an early career faculty member when it comes to conducting innovative research. And boy, is his research important at a time like this. Dr. Kwasa's team is a mix of undergrad, grad students, engineering management, computer science, and physics majors. In contrast to the diversity of the team, there's one unifying factor that Dr. Kwasa really looks for when building his team, and that's students who are comfortable with the idea of failing.
So the way I handle that is to ask them to try things. I never ask for a result. I always say, go out and try this and let me know what happens. Right? Yeah. That's what I need you to do, right? For your task, I want you to try applying that concept to the other, right? And quite often the first thing you'll hear, right, especially the first few weeks was, I don't think that's going to work. I said, okay, prove to me that it's not going to work, right? And getting them comfortable with, showing that something fails is okay. What we're trying to do, because we're really working in a space where we're trying to bring together so many different disciplines.
If you missed it from episode 1, Dr. Kwasa, assistant professor in engineering management and systems engineering, talks about his research goals in creating a virtual reality simulation for firefighters to use as an enhanced training operation compared to their usual face-to-face training operations. This type of research has required minds from all different sides of the sciences and students who can handle failure. In his perspective, Dr. Kwasa looks at failure as an opportunity to reflect and reinvent rather than collapse the experiment. Here's why he believes failure can be so important to the scientific process.
The virtual reality platform is really just a computation and visualization space. But underlying all of that, you still need your elements of physics, of chemistry, of materials, of aerodynamics, based off of whatever it is you're trying to represent. You still need all those underlying factors, and then you need to bring these disciplines together and have them interact. From a systems perspective, it's usually where these different elements interact that we have challenges, right? And so we're never really able to say without a doubt that this is exactly the way it's going to play out, right? If we were, we wouldn't need to do the research, right? And so getting them comfortable with engaging in tasks where they're likely going to fail, right? And getting them okay with that and bold enough to present, right? And so every week in the lab, the students and I discuss the different things we've done for the week, right? And based off of the task that people had, right? One of the questions is, what didn't work, right? Because we want to know that. We want to document that so that when we start publishing work, we're also showing people the different things that didn't work.
I'm learning. I know it's a long road, particularly because I'll be doing this, working with the emergency response team in my research.
I'll be one of the first ones to go in, right? Alright, so you two go in.
That's what I'd say to anyone that's starting out as early career faculty is don't be afraid to fail. If you have that idea, if you have a passion to do something, go out and do it. And one of two things will happen. You'll succeed or you fail. And at that point, just like we do in research, then you get to reevaluate and say, now where do I go moving forward, right? As opposed to constantly being worried about the 5-6 years down the line, right? And trying to navigate that before handling the here and now, right? So that would be my piece of advice.
Thanks for joining us on Cafe Creative, where perhaps there could not be a more important time to be conducting research like this. Though we did conduct this interview before the COVID-19 outbreak happened in the US, Dr. Kwasa did confirm to me that his team is moving forward remotely despite the challenges. For weekly interviews, you can hit that subscribe button and look for us on Spotify for the audio version. Thanks, and I'll see you next time.